Welcome to Blunt Talk. Today we're going to be talking about the labeling requirements in Washington State. This topic has always been a bit confusing for our customers and patients, so let's see if we can take some of that mystery out of those labels.
Washington State defines cannabis as all parts of the cannabis sativa plant, whether growing or not, with a THC concentration greater than 0.3%. It further divides it into 5 categories. Harvested and dried cannabis, called usable cannabis, which is the flower and pre-rolls, or any mixture of multiple strains, which would be a cannabis mix. Edibles found in liquid form, which would be drinks and tinctures. Edibles in solid form are cookies and candies. And concentrates, wax, shatter, cake batter, RSO, diamonds and sauce, cartridges, hash and keef, as well as infused cannabis mix, which is any combination of concentrates that may or may not include usable cannabis. And finally, topicals.
Label requirements for each of these categories differ depending on their category. Cannabis labels must clearly provide the following information: the business or trade name and the 9-digit Washington State Unified Business Identifier, also known as a UBI number, of the cannabis producer and processor, the lot number of the product, also known as the SKU, assigned to the retail store, and we got a short on that, check that out on lots. The net weight in ounces and grams or volume, depending on is it a liquid or is it going to be a solid form product, the total THC, and the total CBD. Usually found pre-printed on the package instead of the label, is scientifically accurate and reliable information about the health and safety risks posed by cannabis use, and those are going to be warnings: maybe habit forming, unlawful outside of Washington State, it is illegal to operate a motor vehicle while under the influence of cannabis, the cannabis universal symbol, which is the little cannabis leaf and a 21 plus designation, and the this product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Optional label information may include the harvest date, the best by date, or even the manufacturing date.
A cannabinoid concentration analysis is required to determine the concentration of cannabinoid compounds present in cannabis and cannabis products. The only cannabinoids that are required to be on the package are delta-9 THC, delta-9 THCA, CBD, and CBDA. Due to the concerns of their purity, lack of regulation, and safety, delta-8 and delta-10 THC and THCA are illegal to be manufactured or sold in Washington State, as these are chemically synthesized products. Check out our video on delta-8. As our industry continues to mature, you will see that more and more products will list additional cannabinoids that are not required, such as CBN, CBG, and CBC. In future videos, we will be breaking down cannabinoids and what they are and what they do, but for the purpose of this video, we will simply define that delta-9 THC is the compound that is activated, and delta-9 THCA is the compound that is not activated and becomes activated through the act of heating, decarboxylation, at which time it turns into THC. The same is true of CBD and CBDA.
What's math? Washington has determined that to calculate the amount of THC that you can expect to enter your bloodstream and therefore create that desired effect you're looking for, we first got to calculate the THC that is lost during the decarb process. This number is about 12.3%, and you can calculate that by taking the delta-9 THCA and multiplying that by 0.877 and then adding that to the already activated THC through the naturally occurring processes, and that gives you the total THC. This formula is also repeated to convert CBDA to CBD. And the total on the package is actually going to be the total THC that we calculated and the total CBD that was calculated. But because they don't show their work on how they get to these numbers, that's why they don't add up. To make things even more confusing, you will frequently, though not required, see a total cannabinoids number on the package. This is the sum of all of the cannabinoids found during the testing process. These are found in the lab report provided to the processor, and as noted before, while tested, they're only voluntarily being added to the packaging, so you might not see all those numbers that are making a total cannabinoid number. Depending on the category of the product as well, there may be additional information found on that label as well.
Cannabis concentrates require 2 additional disclosures. These are: 1, if solvents were used to create the concentrate or extract, a statement that discloses the type of extraction method, including any solvents or gases used to create the concentrate. 2, a complete list of any other chemicals, compounds, additives, thickening agents, terpenes, or other substances used to produce or are added to the concentrate or extract at any point during production. Additional warnings generally found on packaging for all types of cannabis that is inhaled is smoking is hazardous to your health.
The following disclosures need to be listed for all cannabis edibles in solid and liquid form for either on the label or the packaging. The serving size, the amount of product per serving, and the number of servings contained within the package. A list of the ingredients in descending order of predominance by weight or volume as applicable, and a list of major food allergens. And if solvents were used, a statement that of disclosure saying the type of extraction method that was used, including the solvents, gases, or other chemicals or compounds used to produce or that were added to the extract. And there's also going to be an additional warning generally found on the packaging, and it's going to be caution intoxicating effects may be delayed by up to 2 hours. Additionally, cannabis edibles in liquid form that include more than 1 serving per package with a resealable closure or cap must have a way to dose it out with either hash marks on the package, a cap that qualifies as a measuring device, or just a set volume saying, hey, this is a serving size.
And last but not least, cannabis topicals have an additional warning required to be on all topical containers. That is, do not eat in bold capital letters. And yes, that is specifically what the WAC says. So thank you so much for your continued support of Blunt Talk. We hope that you have found this information useful. Like, subscribe, comment, help us with that algorithm and getting this information out to those who need it. Check out our website for links to more videos like this one and some awesome swag. See you next time.
Bye, guys.